is ILEG Technology Screens and Fusion Light Energy Gain. And you're probably thinking, he just put this together. Why is he destroying it? Because I want to build something else. Basically, I started this because I wanted to build a motherboard cover. And actually, I did design a motherboard cover out of cardboard. But there's something else I have my eyes set on that I want to do. So this was supposed to be a PC for the giant screen we have over here. That's not going to match my giant screen. It's just not. There's way too many colors going on in there. It's just not going to match correctly. It's not going to do what it's supposed to do. And I went overboard. I mean, I like it and all, don't get me wrong. But I want to do something different. I actually have done cardboard. I like doing cardboard PCs, but I definitely want to do something different than cardboard. So I want to do I like these ball PCs I have over here, but I want something that's super flat. I mean flat wall PC. Is this coming out? Am I pulling this whole thing out or what? I think I have to pull this out. This actually connects to a fan in here somewhere. So I think this has to come out. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Amazon and I'm going to order me a 18 by 24 piece of wood, which is actually, let me see, and I need a pen. Let's see how we're putting all this together. Any pens in sight, Bird? I dropped a whole lot of stuff in here. Pen. I'm definitely going to use those tools. That's definitely going to be, yes, I'm going to have to use those for this build. And it's definitely going to involve copper piping, which I'm definitely going to have copper piping. And valve systems and all that stuff. I need to get a surface and cut it for the size I'm at so I can get an idea how we're going to put this together. As a matter of fact, I'll get a piece of, look at a piece of cardboard behind me. I'll use that as a blueprint for what I want to do. That's motherboard, power supply, hard drive, liquid cooling system. Alright, so let me get an idea of what this might, I got a piece of cardboard and draw me out a blueprint for this. And for me, like I said, I build these things all day long, so it's nothing big. I mean, as long as I get the blueprint in my head how to build this, I can build these over and over again. But I want to build this one out of wood. This one is wooden PC. I haven't done wood yet. And I saw somebody with a wall steam pump setup, and I was like, I want one of those. I want to build one. I've done steam pump before. I've never did a wall version. So, I'm leaving this intact because I definitely want to basically explore this more. But that's not going anywhere. Definitely going to finish the job, paint job, all that. The case is going to go. At least with this, when I go buy the PC, I can use everything in the Dell. The motherboard and everything. So I got the motherboard and the Dell so old and retro. Definitely want to keep that green board. So I should just wear this. And we'll come back to this work on this thing on for something else. I guess I might not destroy it. Let me think about it. We'll do something else with it. Or maybe put some plant life around it because I do like doing the ones with plants. I love doing those. So we may do a plant design with this, so I don't think I'm going to get rid of this. I misspoke. I said destroy. Sorry about that. I'm not going to destroy it. I'm going to get something from this. Here's the box from other board schools. Who's that better? I'll put them over there from time to time, so I'll figure out what we did with them. So back to where that's on it. So this is going to involve that machine over there, because that's the only way. We're going to be putting it with nuts and bolts. That's how we're going to put everything with nuts and bolts. But I want to get an idea of exactly surface and how we're going to put it all together. I wonder if this is the height of 18. Oh, actually, it's a little bigger than 18. So 18 would be right there. That'd be 18. That's 18. This would be 24. Move. Come on. Working. Other way. Don't mind you being in the way, Nick. You stop still and don't want to move. Look at me. No, don't do that. I'm working. You're working. Don't mind you walking on the way. Don't. When you do that stop still and move, want to stretch your legs out, stop doing that in front of me. Every time I'm moving and trying to get something done, he stops and just stretches his legs. That is not the place to be stretching legs. That's going to be the width of it right there. This will be the board at 18. Oh, you said 18, 24, no, 12 by 24. It's 12 by 24. It's 12 by 24. It can't be 12 by 18. It has to be 12 by 24. And then that's 12 by 24. And then 18. Yeah, you just wrote that, man. But guess what? In my mind, I'm going to do something different. I've done dozens and dozens of the goats like that on cardboard. I'm going to do something different. 4, the 12. Oh, scissors. Maybe leave them over there. I don't want to be with you. Oh, just had to, really had all that stuff in front of me today. Just moved everything that fast. I didn't see that. Now, my cover case for my, so I track my scissors down. My cover case, motherboard cover case is going to be made out of wood. And now I got an idea how to build it. I can design one for myself. As soon as we figure out what the frick we just did with scissors that fast. Like I literally just got finished building with them. Turned around and put everything up. Hopefully. Might as well, I don't know what put up may be. Let's see, anything here on the table. Oh, I swear, this drawer is a vortex, man. I put stuff in there, it disappears in there. Can't find anything in this drawer. I gotta get in here and I gotta organize all this out. Not here. See my blades in here. I don't see my scissors. Whoops, there you go. Sorry about that. With your scissors, man, where is that quick? My life, I swear. I've got to learn to put things up. I've literally, I've used scissors that fast. We literally just had them a few minutes ago working on something. It isn't that quick. I'm tired. I'm getting ready to shut down for a little bit, work on something else. I put stuff in the most weirdest places you could possibly ever think of. I need to cut this, but I need to pick up the size of this frame. I've got 6 pieces of plywood coming my way that are that size. I need to map it out to see exactly how I'm going to put in all this together. Stuff all the time. Gotta figure out where to put these scissors at. I gotta do something with this drawer. Like, I gotta get this drawer. Has to be organized. So much better than this. I put something I'll never find it in this area. I gotta find me a clock that's fully exposed to all the gears. That I definitely need to find. A clock with all the gears exposed. Alright, let's try to figure out what in the world did Mr. Bird do with a pair of scissors that fast, that quick, lost it. Sheesh. I swear, I leave my head put this thing all correctly. There. I didn't walk the pair of scissors. Almost. Walk there. But I always carry something else when I carry my tools with me. And I forget. I'm checking. I go, ah, crap. These on me. I know, I threw everything in the drawer. I threw the knives, everything in the drawer. Everything I put in the drawer. Oh man, I'm gonna chill. I got the research I want to do, and I get the researching. And I'm gonna get caught up in all this mess. I just figured I got this new idea in my head I want to build. And you use scissors. Okay. I gotta sort this through. What I just do with a pair of scissors that quick. That fast enough. Floor anywhere? No. It gotta be in this mess. I just need to stay out today. See, it's gotta be cleaned out today. This is gonna drive me nuts. You know, we can use this. This will come in real nice for the steam pump. So, yeah. Gotta go pick up some copper pipes and some valves. Definitely need valves. Found them. Buried, always buried in the mess, man. Yeah, wow. I scare myself if I get the bigger place, I'll lose even more stuff. It's right there. You ever look through something in the drawer and can't find it, then go back and look again and you find it? Like, what the heck is that all about? So I want the piece of wood to be a good size. I don't want it to be too big. I think a size of 12 by 24 is the perfect size for a wall PC. Not too big, not too small. Designing a giant template. Perfect. We get the wooden planks in because it's all it's a kind of a light coated wood, so we're going to have to either stain it and do it that way because I want it to look realistic. Probably going to stain it, do some woodwork on it. I'm going to do woodwork in years. So this is about the size of the surface of what it's going to be. Stuff and start hooking around stuff. This is what we're looking at. That's the size it's going to be. Full size of the screen. We have the PC. I can't measure it to this because the motherboard we're going to get is going to be much bigger than this. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my motherboard at. Motherboard is probably the motherboard on those particular boards are roughly around 12 inches long. For the Dell's motherboards are about 12 inches. They're bigger than this. So they're about 12 inches for a Dell motherboard. Ooh, that's a big board. But we get two of these surfaces together. We get 6 of them. So I can't extend my boards if I want to do it that way. This is going to be all nuts and bolts. When you put this one together, all copper nuts and bolts to do it. So a Dell motherboard is literally 12 inches. Let me see. Refurbished desktop Dell PC. series with around 32 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte. What came with a 500 gigabyte hard drive? Seriously? 500 gigabyte hard drive. I can add expanding hard drives to it. So I can upgrade to maybe about, let's see, I'll probably do like 4 or 5 terabytes. So I can upgrade that, that's not a problem. We'll get around that. bad. Small form factor. Small form factor. i7. What is the processor? Integrated graphics. So we have to strip out all the parts. That's easy to get around that one. The bootable drive, so bottom line is telling you that the drive is not there because it's not booting from the drive, it's booting from the disk. That's what it's booting from. It's trying to boot from the disk. You got to go into BIOS, you got to switch that around. You got to change, that's easy. That's an easy fix. So basically, sometimes the Dells, the older ones, will basically tell you that there's no disk in it, it can't boot. It's trying to boot and it can't. The reason why it can't boot is because it's trying to boot from the optical drive. That's all. Well, you gotta go in the BIOS and you have to switch the optical to the hard, to the disk drive, the optical drive to the hard drive. So when the system boots up, it's booting up from the hard drive, not from the optical. That's easy to get on. Yep. Wish I was there, I could help you with that. I'm going to tell you to press F1 because you're going to BIOS. All you got to do is switch them. You got boot 1, boot 2, boot 3. Make sure it's not booting from the optical drive, but you don't need an optical drive anyway. You need them for. That's what happened with that one. I'm not busted. Not wrong with it. You're booting from the optical drive, that's why. You gotta switch it over to the hard drive. So boot the operating system from the hard drive. Now if you get a blue screen with a smiley face, then your drive is fried. Dell with a 7049. No. Dell with a 7049 processor. 7049 i7. $749. $749. Down with a 7095. No. Dell with a 7049 processor. 7049. Let's see. Baby. Burnish. Berkeley, Dell 920, 9020, 1 terabyte solid state drive, 32 gigs of RAM. It's up there. Oh. Socket's 1150. Ah, we're going for it. It's only 1150. That's a small board. Something like that. Oh, they got blue screen. That's jacked up. This transfer the operator is just another hang on forward. Two different. Bingo. 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 I think it was motherboard. Oh man, it's tiny. What's the size of the board? Oh yeah, they're using 8-pin. You can get around that 8-pin power connector. Ah, you can get around that right there. The adapter. Kurash it. Kurash it. Kurash it. All right, baby. So, we're hunting for a Dell with all the bells and whistles. A beautiful Dell. Beautiful Dell. With all the bells and whistles. And this Dell has everything we need for our steampunk PC. I like the retro board and keep it. So it has everything you need. Perfect. But I'm trying to get size of this motherboard. Small form factor. What are the measurements on the board? Okay, we need measurements on the board. Size of the board. I didn't measure on the board. Let's see the measurements. Size. But no, it's not giving me. Give me size. Size. So micro ATX. Ooh! Using a micro ATX, baby. Micro ATX. That should be nice. Power connector has an 8-pin, not a standard, but 24, but you can get a, let's see, 8-pin to 24-pin adapter for power supply. Bam. Yes, indeed. I love people who build. Yeah. Amazon 24. That's a 10-pin. 8-pin, baby. 8-pin. 8-pin. We got 8-pin right here. ATX. 8-pin. These are all 8 pins. Okay, cool. You can get it right from there and get it done. Alright, it didn't give me what I needed from that one. Here, it's 8-pin. So micro ATX board. Micro ATX board. Nobody gets any measurements here. Motherboard Intel. The micro ATX, right? Okay, motherboard. Socket 1150. Measurements. Not the case. Doing too much. Motherboard. The size of the freaking motherboard. That's what we're trying to figure out. What's the size? Because it's a proper design. It cannot buy standard micro ATX board to fit in the up and the blah 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 blah. Yeah, we don't need to use that. We can buy better own case. Get that crap. And we got to do it by centimeters? Why? Why? We just do it in regular metric system. What are the measurement size of a micro ATX board? There we go. Is that hard to ask? Gee, we gotta go through all that just to get that crap. Let me see. All right, so we got 9 inches. 9 inches. 9 inches by. Sure, max outside. Maximum size would be 9.6. 9.6. Either way, it's the same thing. It's 9.6 to 9.6. So it'll be here. I'm gonna go with that. It's the biggest size. I'm pretty sure it's probably smaller than that. You put down micro ATX, show micro ATX. Where's the pen at? Pen. Where can I find my freaking pen? Where's my pen at? There it is. So micro ATX board here. Over here. Right over. motherboard. So let me see. Alright, so we want to switch this on that side. Pressure will be at top. And then power supplies here will be below here and here. But they're using a 8-pin, so we need a ATX 8-pin to 24-pin. 8-pin to 24-pin, that's it right there. eBay's got one, I can get it to eBay. Does Amazon have it? I doubt it. Probably most likely be eBay will have it. For the Dell. Dell, for sure, switcher unit. Your unit is what? Your unit is 9020. 9020. For the Dell. 9020. 9020 power supply adapter. These are cheap. 24-hour adapter for the Dell. Man, it's getting short. I ain't getting longer than that. Sheesh. It's a short little cord. What are we reaching to? It's a tiny cord, man. Way too short. What do we got here? I don't know, Alex, but don't show me. Nice, but that cord's way too short. Nice overriding their board. Let me see. That little Walmart. They're gonna do no Walmart. Okay, no. We can use this. We need an extender. That's all we do. This goes into 8 pins right there. That goes into 24. So you need a RGB extension cable for a 24 pin. RGB extension cable 24 pin. That's what we got to do. You can extend that with RGB. Alright, cool. We use that adapter. I'll get it from the first guy. We'll look at him first. And you can get an RGB extension adapter from that back into the whatchamacallit. Cool. That works. Alright. Shit, that does not look like a micro ATX cord. Let me see. They said it was a super. Let me see. Super duper. Right there. 920. 2 gigs, right? It is. Oh, my TV. I don't need TV. Good. Keyboard and mouse we don't need. I'll pull that optical drive out. We don't need anything neither. I gotta come out of there. Small form. A small form could be a micro ATX. Micro ATX. Yep, this is it right here. So it was right. It's 9.6 inches by 9.6 inches. So yeah, roughly would be that size. And since the board has a alright, and basically from here, this would be on this side over here. The graphic card, power supply, of course, below here and here. You have 4 ports in there, 4 ports in there for liquid cooling. So get that, that'll be done, yeah, liquid cooling top in there. I think I'm gonna do since we got all this room, might as well put in a big boy. Buffers will be at the top. That'll be nice. And it has a hard drive, so we're definitely pulling out the hard drive. Here. Power supply here. Liquid cooling here. The liquid cooling here. The liquid cooling could be here. Definitely. Power supplies here. Where's that piece of paper you folded up that? A perfect size of your power supply. We're not cutting through like that. I had this piece of paper. And that way I can build me another case. This will be power supply here. I need pen. I need to get moving a pen. Ah, the other way. Everything has to hook on everything. Sheesh. No, there's vehicle cardboard. What is the difference between looking on everything? Jeez. Not your fault, Taco. This cardboard just went up to everything. Oh. Not your fault, buddy boy. Cardboard's have a piece of it. So this gives me an idea of drawing my blueprint. This is going to be the board. When we bring it in, where everything has to go. So power supply right here, hard drive. So from here to here. Bring this up. This is the size of the liquid cooling system. Damn, this stuff doesn't say what it's supposed to say. Alright, so the width of the cooling system should be from here to here. That's the width of it. And this should be the height of it. Height should be from here to here. Make sure we're right on that again. It's a little thin. Oh, my cooling system. Hope not. It's going to be a little wider than that. Alright, cool. And now we got the width of the cooling system. Sheesh. My measurements would have been way off on that one. Alright, let me see. So this would be the width of the cooling system, which would be right about there. That is the width of it. From here to here. It's the height of it from here to here. So that will give it from here to here. The height over here. Perfect. There's enough stuff that you can measure with a piece of cardboard. A piece of cardboard. And then from here, and make the measurements from there to there. Water cooler. Quarter, power supply, hard drive. There's the whole thing right there. So we'll get a piece of wood, probably about that thick. And use our tools over there. We're going to put in our motherboard, power supply, which they can do some modifications for that to make it look pretty cool. Hard drive, water cooler. The whole thing lays flat. Actually, we can hang it on the wall. Dawned on you right there? Yeah. Water coolers have to be over top motherboards at all times. They have to be. It makes it easier. It's so much to pump the water this way is much harder. So we have to reverse it. No biggie. Go back in and reverse. Hopefully this doesn't come up. We'll have to get another surface. Yeah. You have to go the other way around. But all liquid cooling systems have to be over top the polishing foam. It's a drain system. Alright, let me see. Let's start off with the water cooler first. So we'll put that here first. It has to be over top. So we have here, and this is the same length as the water cooler we have over there. So put it here. Okay. The height is from here to what we have marked there. The mark is from here to here. And stop blowing all over the place. It's going to be a steam pump. That's what we're going to be building. From here to here. There we go. That's water cooler. Motherboard is 9.6. 9.6. Why does it feel like I got less room here than I got basically when I started with the much room down here? So I literally feel like I had way less room. How do I have less room? Oh. I'm looking at it differently. It's 1.6 here. 1.6 there. Okay, connect. You're reading it differently. That's why. Let's straighten it up a little bit. That's another point. Then you have power supply, which is this way. Hard drive. There we go. That's better. Power supply, hard drive, motherboard, water cooler. Alright, cool. So I abbreviated that stuff. Now we got it the way. Yeah, backwards of the way. Upside down. Never worked. Alright, on this side, switch it this way. So it's this way. I have it that way. So this way here, you will have your GPU here. Here you will have your CPU. Here you have your RAM. And then they have it, and yeah, is that right? No. Board has to be the other way around. Board is this way. They got to switch differently. They have it this way. This way. RAM is at the bottom. RAM is here. Cross that out. That's not. This will be RAM. Because we're looking at the board. I have to look at the board, but it's this way. It's planned this way. I have to look at it this way. So RAM's on this side. This will be RAM. 32 gigabytes, which are already preloaded. This is now. Underneath we would have 8-pin power supply. 8-pin power supply. Where's the other pin? Oh, sorry. Other pin is here. 8-pin here. You would have here. Going here. This would be your adapter to connect here. ATX would be there. ATX goes there. Second cord goes here to the pin. It's a 4-pin. We'll go there. RAM is here, here, and here. This RAM, GPU graphic card will be here, which will be 3050. Will be there. Hard drive. Hard drive is running off. Of course, it's got to be SATA outputs. How many SATA outputs do we have for this thing? Oh, we got 1, 2, 3. 3 SATA outputs, which will be here. SATA, SATA, SATA. Pull the pins out. So power switch with SATA will be here. This is SATA output. SATA output will be there. And then output for this will be for here. This is SATA power supply will be there. Alright, so that's all connected from there to there. Liquid cooling system, just the top. Of course, the Dells are funny because you can't take out the fans because they go nuts. So the fans will stay intact. We'll use them for something else. Well, let me see. I could drop the fans here, here, and here, and bring them down here as a cooling system for the power supply. They have to be connected to CPU all times. Okay, so we take the CPU fans and bring them here. As long as they're connected, and they're good. That doesn't make a difference. You can't disconnect them. Disconnect them, the system goes off. So we'll take fans. Fans are most likely going to be here and here for fans. They're going to be here and here. So case fans. They're going to be here. So case fans can be connected into together. You connect them together. Bring an extender down here. Use them to put here. So I'm going to put case fans here. Here. Dual 80 millimeters. I'm going to coat them, make them glow a little bit. Wait, I don't want too much glow. It's a steam pump. What are we going to do? Got to retro those suckers up a little bit. So to retro those. Alright, so we'll bring them here. So that way the fans are not missing out of the unit. And it doesn't kill switch won't trigger. It has to be the fans that will trigger. So we can't run the fans into the motherboard. So we're going to run the adapter for, let me see, this is power supply thing here. This is going to be liquid cooling system here, which we're not going to get, that goes over here. And we're going to run this one here, which is power for the cooler. Run that through an adapter system that connects to a power supply. It's going to go all the way back around here, literally. Got that piping for that to hide all that in there, so that's going to be a long run. And that's going to go right back in here. That's going to hook up to a Molex from the power supply. Molex. It's going to allow me to override the motherboard. And then now we have power to the liquid cooling system. Now we have to have power for the fans. So fans are going to be 120 millimeter, 20 millimeter, at roughly something around 4,000 RPMs. Those are both connected together into one unit. These are using 4 pins. The 4 pins are going to connect to here, and they're going to connect to the adapter system, which has a pin here, has a pin here, has a pin here. So it's going to connect to that right there. So this right here connects here, here, and here for those pins right there. Whew. All right, that should be pretty easy to do. Just override the board, and that's what I do. And basically from here, we should have kill switches or where? Kill switches. Those are the kill switches. So we're going to take out the kill switches. Should be right about here. The switch. Power on, power supply switch. My handwriting's crazy. Power supply switch right here. So we're going to override that and bring in our own power supply unit here. So our own kill switch. And there it is, people. How to basically build a PC. Woo, man. So there we go. Everything's hooked up. Set a power supply for Molex. This is going to be also to adapter for 4-pin. So we can run everything from there to the power supply here. So that'd be fantastic. Yes! This is what I used to do when the Lord was talking to me. He was showing me how to build computers. And this is what I do. I had composition books like this. Tons of composition books. I never built one before, but I never got one. And the Lord blessed me to get a PC, and I put the whole thing together. So this is how I first started building computers. So I could basically put the whole thing together in my head, just like that. Blueprints, draw it all out, how to put it together, size up all the pieces and everything, and boom, done. Kabooyah. Kabooyah. Just like that. Yep, just like that. Put the whole thing together. Looking at this right here. This is a heat sink for a Dell. It's a heat sink for a Dell. A copper block right here. And radiator system right here. Fan sits right up on top of here. I think it's an 80mm fan that fits on top of this. Yep, about an 80mm fan fits on top of this. That just screws it on. 80mm here. But I want to be able to run a liquid cooling system. This is a nice copper system. Still on top of that. That's the thermal page for the CPU. So Dells are 5-pin, the 5-pin adapters. 5-pin adapters. Can I buy an extension for 5-pin? Let me see. Extension cable for 5-pin. Extension cable for 5-pin for Dell powered fans. For Dell fans. See. I'll just put down 5-pin extension cable for fan. Give it to me. Extension cable for case fan. PC. Dell case fans. Be big out of 5-pin. 6 inches. No, 6 inches should be good. Yeah, because the case already has fan. It has an extension. It has a cable pretty long for that to connect both of those together. We can drop that 6 inches down. 5-pin adapter, PC adapter for Dell cable. Oh yeah, we got one. I ordered these already. I have them here somewhere. All right. 6 inches. We got these already. Alright, cool. Gotta find them. They're here somewhere. Alright, 6 inches. Can we get 12? 6 inches. I was gonna get 12. We get 12 would be nice. Bring 12 around. So yes, I like it. We can get everything to fit within 12 inches of the case. Everything will fit. Everything will fit. So we're going to need copper paint job here. Copper paint job here, definitely. And we're definitely going to need a, let me see. I definitely want to paint, let me see. My hoses, I'm going to paint copper. I'm definitely going to be doing the, because I watched somebody paint a whatchamacallit. Let me see. Let me see. Can you hand paint the radiator system for your liquid cooling? Let me see. All right. So you can paint the radiators. Cool. All right. Cool. We're painting the radiators. I'm hand painting mine. I'm not spraying. He sprayed his, which is actually pretty cool. We're going to turn it red. I'm definitely doing the outside. I'm not going to do the grill itself because you're never going to see the grill itself. You're basically going to see it. I'm going to try to get my radiator in black. Definitely in black. I'm doing the outside in copper, and I'm doing the system in copper. Definitely I'm doing copper for this system. I want to put these in too. So it gives it a more of a effective. I can track one down and find one. Definitely find one. And I need some valves, hoses, all that stuff. This is I was looking for some hard drive screws. I couldn't find this with jack. So I'm definitely going to need valves. I'm definitely going to need a couple of heavy valves. I just had that in there. These clamp systems that they use. The metal clamps for piping and wiring. I'll have to get some of those. I have them here somewhere. I just got to find them. They all got to be painted up. I'm going to get those right there, those clamps. I'm definitely going to need those clamps. So definitely going to do that. So the fans, and we need fans are going to have to be done. Let me see. Color, definitely the RGBs. RGBs are for what? Everyone. Oh, these are going to be RGBs at the top. They're definitely going to be RGBs. They're going to have to be in what you call. We could do those easy for that. I need what do we need? I don't think I need anything here. I haven't got that thing running correct. It's going to go right nicely, but still, I'm going to need something else. Just kind of based on what I got to do. I'll bring just stop for a minute. Oh, we need the fan grills. All right. Retro fan grills for 120 millimeters. Oh yeah, we need these. We need these. Definitely. Yeah, but I don't want RGBs with them. I don't want RGBs with them. I need a liquid cooling system. We're going to have to replace the fans soon. Because I need fans for retro. They got to be old retro, but they need to light up. Wooden fan grills for 120 millimeter fans. We got the wooden ones. Oh yeah. Where are we getting these at? Oh, we need these. We definitely need a set of these. Definitely need a set of these. This wasn't cheap. It's kind of $50 for one, I think. Jeez. Poor guys. texture to it. We can do it that way, or we can do it like kind of an antique kind of look way to it on top of that. We can go this route too. Or rather, I don't think I'm gonna do the antique way. I'm gonna do an antique way, kind of an antique way. Grills for that, that would be nice. The retro grills for that. That would come up nice if you do it that way. I do it that way. That'll come up much nicer if we do it that way. Supply, I can use a locking system for the power supply, a locking system for that, so that will lock the power supply in, no problem. We use bracket systems to lock everything in. That should now be good. Using our bracket system for the liquid cooling system, that's not really good to lock that in place. In bolting, I'll do it that way. I live with our brackets. Our brackets and bolt system for that. Can you get copper L brackets? We can make them too. Heck yeah. Definitely. L brackets, but that'll be hot. That'll be hot. We can do the power supply, copper bracket system. This right here, so we put in the copper here. Let me see. I need copper heat spreaders for RAM. Those. We can get those in there. For that. Those for the RAM. That would be perfect. Oh, what else do we need? Put in a white light system. Let's see. Retro brown LED lights. Retro brown LED light strips. Yes, we got them. This is what I'm talking about. Box still around? Yeah, check that out. Light in the box. That's a rising one. Back in the day. They're still around? Oh heck yeah, I'm gonna shop from them. I used to buy a lot of stuff from these people. I didn't know they were still around. Definitely didn't. I mean with the retro brown light strips. This is cool. the retro brown. The retro brown. Brown retro on this. Amazon. Alright, the weatherproof, we can basically stain them a little bit. Gotta stain them, get them full brown. Golden yellow, look at that golden yellow, yes. Golden yellow. Oh, that's perfect. That'll be the perfect color for this to age it. Man, it's gonna come nice. It's gonna come out real nice. I guess you're gonna punch in your holes for fans. We're not gonna need them. Alright, that's it. I got my whole blueprint done, drawn out. Definitely done. I was going to split a PC, but nah. We can put it up to another project, but this is what I want to build. Slot machine people are there. Really fun. Yeah. Let the copper the fan up. Yep. Well, that'll be the last of my corporate bills right there. I'm gonna go into these little wooden flat PCs. Put them with wood. Research is done. Ordered the car, ordered the wood coming soon. And now I got my whole setup. It's gonna come to life. I'm gonna hide all the wires. Well, some of the wires do get exposed. Well, they're all gonna have to be done in copper piping. Copper hose. I need a copper hose. So I can hide all the wires and everything. The fans, I'm definitely gonna have to get. Can we get golden yellow fans? Golden yellow fans. golden yellow, well, golden yellow is funny. Golden yellow RGB fan. No, no, they can't come RGBs. Golden yellow LED light fans for PC. And they do make them. Hola. Newegg got them. They got a pair. Amazon got them. These are 120 millimeters. 20. They got the white lens on. Ooh, man, it's hot. This is fan cold. Yeah, set your cookies. Look at that. For $44. How many fans are we getting for $44? These three of them? You get 3 fans for $44? Let me see. They don't have it's not the fans I'm looking for. You making some videos on this thing? Alright, I'll take them instead. Brown UV paint. Copper UV paint. Nope, not going in that direction. Just asking to get jacked up. That's definitely not the way to go. You messed up with that one. Well, we got that copper. We got that copper. Got the wood base stuff. I ain't trying to get hurt. Okey doke. Everything I need. So my brain is programmed and it's ready to go. I got everything I need in my head. I'm good to go. So, in the Dell system, we don't have to at least change out the RAM because we're going to keep the board, so that's good. So we can keep the board. Let me put these wires up in a different box. So we can keep the RAM, that's good. We keep the RAM. The only thing we can't use is the power supply. Power supply got to be stripped out because the 250 ain't gonna hold. And we have to get a 3050 graphic card. That's pretty much it. That's all we need. I'm going to put a case over my motherboard with a working clock. Let's see. Show my blueprints. Did we get the motherboard here? So I'm blueprints on the motherboard. New blueprints for the motherboard. Alright, so it's not hard to locate, so I'll calculate for that. Hey, we can cut that and build that. We can build the whole thing out of wood. That's not hard to do. We're going to need a drill because we got to punch a hole through the top of that sucker. No. We just cut it. That's perfect out of it. I don't do better for this round. That's all. That'll definitely work. Take. Let's see. There we go. We don't need any case fans, so put the RGBs over here. And whoops, see, tacky popping up there. Over there. I didn't knock it anything. It's just up in the water over there. Put all this stuff on. Jack in the Box back in the day. I trust him more than Timo. I don't trust Timo. Yeah, definitely going to be. Oh, what am I going to use for my kill switch? Oh, yeah, the switch that goes on and off. I want one of those. And kill switches goes up and down, up and down. Frankie switch. Definitely get one of those. That would be hot. Definitely gotta look for that. Let's see. Kill switch for PC. Custom kill switch for PC. PC power switch. PC Frankenstein power switch. Yes, they've got it. We're going to modify this. PC kill switch, Frankenstein switch. No, this is getting the same. Let's see. PC switch, Frankenstein. Power switch for PC. I have that one. Retro power switch for PC. Oh, that would definitely look very close to that. That definitely would do it. Yeah, that would definitely have, that has a real retro look to it. That would definitely work. That's one they lost too. That would definitely work. I think I would definitely take that one instead. is there. It has begun. Nothing else is here. Oh, look at this here. Something. I don't know. Is there anything else we need? This goes in the door of the land of the lost. That goes in the land of the lost. This goes in the trash. Your mouse. Cleans everything up for that section. That's even there.
It doesn't make anything either.
That's what treats. We don't need them yet. I'm just putting them away, okay? Don't be going off. Like, where's my treats? Just heard treats and you're about to snap. Gotta move them. You're about to lose your mind on some creeks. Calm it down. Just creek shit. Go on. Now the 5 on the front cat I gotta carry over there. This right here. Definitely put this back. We'll use this later on. Scissors in here. I'm gonna disappear again. That goes in the box. This goes in the box. This goes in here. Trash. Goes back over there. This out. Goes in that. Is there anything else on the table? Some wires back over here. Over here. Alright, cool. That's cool. Binary code. binary code